Hi, and welcome to this segment. Today, we've gotten the wonderful opportunity to interview Sean Ferrier up at Northern Tier, one of our high adventure bases up in northern Minnesota, right on the Canadian border. So, Sean, tell us a bit about Northern Tier.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jason. Thanks for inviting me to talk today. So Northern Tier, like Jason mentioned, one of our four national high adventure bases in the Boy Scouts of America. Our bread and butter is wilderness canoe treks through the beautiful Northwoods. We don't have a whole lot of backcountry like program or distractions. It's all about you and the other scouts in your crew working together, experiencing nature, overcoming challenges, and having a blast in one of the most beautiful, pristine areas in North America. We offer three different bases during the summer. One of them, our main one, is in Ely, Minnesota. We send crews out into the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness and when the border is open, the Quetico Provincial Park in Canada. We also have two smaller camps up in Canada if you're looking for a fully international adventure. We have a camp in Atikokan, Ontario, and a camp in Bassett, Manitoba, where your entire trip will be in Canada, in the bush, as it's called, doing the same things, paddling canoes, going over challenging terrain, and experiencing just an isolated wilderness area, beautiful area. There's millions of acres with very few roads, buildings, sidewalks, anything like that. Very minimal human development out in that area, which is a hard thing to find these days. In addition to our summer program, we also do winter adventures. Northern Tier is actually the cold weather camping development headquarters for the Boy Scouts of America. So through the months from December to early March, we send scouts camping out in cold weather, learning how to not only enjoy the cold, but really thrive in different temperatures than most people are used to camping in, which is a really cool experience. We offer cabin stay programs where you can go out and do all of the fun activities during the day, and then come back to a nice heated cabin for the evenings. During our winter programs, you can do things like cross country skiing, snowshoeing, ice fishing, building snow shelters, um, all of that sort of stuff. All of the lakes that we paddle on during the summer, they freeze solid, and you can go out and camp right on the ice, which is a very unique experience that I definitely think everybody should take part in at least once in their lives.
No, I would agree with that. And that would be, I mean, that's going to be quite the shocker to a lot of us down here, where we're just surprised to see water if it comes at all. So seeing it freeze solid and being able to go on top of it, that'd be fun, pretty phenomenal. For the winter program, I mean, being from the desert, not a lot of us have winter gear. Do you supply a lot of that, or do we have to bring anything? Or
Yeah, it's a great question. So one of the unique parts about our winter program is that we actually do provide most of the equipment that you need to stay comfortable and safe in the winter. So what we tell people is that you can show up with us wearing just your base layer, and we can provide just about everything you need. We'll provide warm pants, and we'll provide a fleece pants and fleece jacket, wind pants, wind jacket. We provide boots that are rated to like negative 100 degrees.
oh,
So they'll keep you good and toasty. We provide mittens. We provide sled to load up all of your gear on. You can bring your sleeping bag that you use at home year round. We'll take that sleeping bag and we'll stick it inside a sleeping bag that's rated to negative 20, and throw a few extra pieces in there that'll keep you nice and toasty all night long.
nice. No, that's perfect. Because yeah, I don't think many of us would be ready to face that, but that's good to know that we could go up there with just minimal gear and you'd outfit us. What's the most popular program you'd say in the winter?
Most popular programs would be our dog sledding programs. So we have a couple different varieties where you can come up, learn about the dog sledding history, how it all works, and actually work with teams of dogs and go out on dog sledding runs during the day. We've got a couple different options where you can either stay in one of our cabins and work with the dogs, learn about the programs, and actually teach other scouts about dog sledding. And then spend your nights in, again, a heated cabin. Or you can take those dog sleds and sled out into the wilderness and camp out on the ice with the dogs, which is a pretty awesome experience. It's definitely our most popular program. However, unfortunately, it also has our lowest capacity availability. So those programs are usually pretty sought after and hard to find for sure.
So sign up early if you're going to do it.
Definitely sign up early if you're interested in dog sledding. But I do always like to caution people that even if you don't get the chance to spend the full weekend with dogs, we do give all of our winter participants the opportunity to at least go get some dog time while they're here. So just going out and camping or staying in a cabin still gives you an awesome experience and still gives you a chance to do a little bit of those dog times as well.
Well, that's good. So then that kind of one you're talking about with staying in the cabin and then going out, it's kind of a variety pack where you get to try, based on what you're saying, kind of a different thing each day, going out and dog sledding one day, cross country skiing the next. Is that correct?
Yep, yep. Each of our trips, especially in the winter, is you get to do what your crew is interested in doing. So yeah, if you want to spend the entire day going down the sledding hill, you can spend the entire day going down the sledding hill. If you want to spend the entire day ice fishing, you're probably gonna be kind of chilly, but you can spend the entire day ice fishing. You can spend a day cross country skiing, any of that stuff.
Awesome. Well, what are the age ranges for? I mean, both the winter and summer programs, and does it change based on the base or the program, or?
Sure. So all of our summer programs, our minimum age is 14. Or if you're 13 but you've completed the eighth grade, you can still come up for one of our summer programs. And then during the winter, we've got a couple different options. So if you want to do one of the dog programs or our cold weather camper weekend, those age ranges are 14 years old or 13 and currently in the eighth grade. Um, or for our cabin stay program, where you go out and do winter activities during the day and then stay in a cabin at night. Those programs are open to any Scouts BSA members, so 10 and up, essentially.
Nice. Okay. So then, yeah, you've got a wide variety of age ranges and availability there. Awesome.
hmm
Well, cool. Now, say somebody do they have to come up in a crew, or can they come up by themselves? How does that work?
Sure. So most of our programs are designed around a crew structure. So your scout unit, your Scouts BSA troop, or your venture crew would arrange for or organize a crew and come up together. But we do have some opportunities for individuals. So let's say you really want to come to Northern Tier, but there's not enough people in your troop that can make it happen this year. So we've got a couple options for you. The first one is our Lone Voyage program, where think of a provisional unit like at your summer camp, where one person can sign up individually, and we'll throw them into a group of other individuals, and they'll go out and have a trip together. Then we also have a couple of special trek programs. The one most near and dear to my heart, and the one where Jason, you and I know each other from, is Order of the Arrow Wilderness Voyage and Order of the Arrow Canadian Odyssey. Um, it's a special 2-week trek designed specifically for members of the Order of the Arrow who are 16 years or older, but not yet 21 by the end of the trip. And this program, the first week you'll spend doing sort of conservation work, learning about conservation, and then also doing some portage trail maintenance and repairs throughout the wilderness, working on trails that have been in existence for hundreds of years and that service, hundreds of thousands of people every year. And then the second week of the adventure is you embark on a voyage designed by your crew that features some special programming designed to sort of enhance your understanding and your thoughts of being a leader, being an airman, and all of that sort of stuff. We have a similar program called Forest Corps, which is a 2-week program for any Scouts BSA member 14 to 20. So at least 14 years old, but not yet 21 by the end of their trip. And this program we think of as kind of the mobile classroom. So it's a 2-week program where you spend your first week working on a conservation project. Similar sort of project. You could be working on trail repairs. You could be cleaning up campsites, things like that. And then the second week, you paddle around on a voyage that your crew designs. And along the way, you focus on some sort of educational components, learning about things like environmental biology, environmental ecology, fire ecology, natural history, geology, astronomy, all of that sort of stuff. And all of those are individual programs where you come up as an individual, and we'll put you in a group with other scouts from all over the country. And usually by the end of that trip, this group of strangers will end up being some of the best friends that you'll ever have. Um, so yeah, those are our individual programs.
Awesome. No, that's wonderful because I know we often see people who want to go out but don't necessarily have a group that's going at the same time. So those are good opportunities. For cost, is it pretty affordable or is
Um, we like to think so. So our crew programs are all structured on a per crew basis, per crew fee, with a rate per night or per day. And starting next year, so starting in 2022, our summer programs are moving to more of a fixed length schedule. So we'll be doing 7-night trips or 10-night trips out of our main base in Minnesota, or 8-night trips and 10-night trips out of our Canadian camps. Um, and all of those price structures are available on our website, ntier.org. I'd rattle off a bunch of numbers, but we have all different brackets for length of trip, and then we also every crew that signs up automatically is registered to take out lightweight canoes. But if you are worried about cost, you can also uh, transition to aluminum canoes, the more traditional, a little bit heavier canoe, and get a 20 and get a discount. So
awesome. And is there any scholarships or other programs available to help individuals or different groups with cost if they need it?
sure, yeah, we do offer some campership opportunities. I believe the information for how to apply for those is on our website. There's an application, some letters, some references, and all of that sort of stuff. And you send that stuff into us by, I'm wanting to say the deadline is early February. Don't quote me on that. But yep, there is information on our website about how to apply for a campership.
Perfect. No, that works out real well. For the Canadian bases, is there anything special they have to bring? I mean, obviously, probably a passport, but is there anything special they have to do or crews need to do to go to Canada?
Sure. So the nice thing about Northern Tiers programs is that we provide a lot of the information and support that you need to help make that planning process easier, as well as information to help getting across the border more smooth. So yes, everybody who participates in one of our Canadian programs does need to have a passport, so that they can get across the border. And then beyond that, really. There's some additional, like some extra paperwork. We encourage everybody to um, have their parents sign a waiver, granting their scout leaders permission to take them across an international border, just to make that a little bit easier, reassure the border patrol that we're doing everything responsibly. But then, other than that, yeah, most of the paperwork is pretty straightforward, and we work with you to help make sure that you got everything in order.
Awesome. No, that's perfect. Okay. Um, I guess other than that, is there what's your favorite program at Northern Tier? Not to kind of put you on the spot there.
Sure. I think if I were to choose, I would say probably our Order of the Arrow High Adventure programs. Uh, yeah, it's a very unique experience, very fascinating adventure, and I really think that the impact that that program has on the scouts who attend it is really top notch.
Well, I would definitely have to agree. Um, as our viewers will probably be able to tell, I'm kind of repping some of the Northern Tier stuff. I may or may not be biased. We'll see. But oh shoot, there's the flag, the infamous moose skull and crossbone flag, all available at the Northern Tier Trading Post. To throw that shameless plug out there for anybody who's interested. Pretty awesome stuff to have and get. Um, yep. Well, sweet. Other than that, anything that you think the folks from New Mexico should know about coming to Northern Tier, or anything that they'd be doing?
Sure. Yeah, we almost forgot autumn adventures. We do have some limited availability in the fall. A lot of us really believe that the autumn is the best time to go paddling. The colors on the trees are
Ooh.
changing. There's fewer mosquitoes and fewer other visitors in the wilderness. Um, so yeah, really a beautiful time. Cools, the weather cools down a little bit. It's real nice. But yeah, no, if definitely if you're ever interested in new experiences, I definitely encourage you to check us out. It's a wild activity, especially in the winter, is something that I had never had the opportunity to do before coming up here, and it's definitely a unique experience that everyone should take advantage of, I think.
Well, I guess just to give our viewers some idea of how you can learn to enjoy winter like that. Where were you from originally, Sean?
So I grew up in Southwest Florida. The very first time I saw snow in my entire life was coming to Northern Tier to work as one of our UPIC interpreters, and between the training that they give to the staff, that we give to the staff, and the gear that we have available to issue, I was certainly um, anxious, but I never felt that I was unprepared. And the support system that we had behind us definitely, gave me the resources to be successful in that in that adventure.
And were you at all ever like miserable or rough during that cold? Or
No, I really think that like the attitude that you bring to the table really impacts the experience that you're going to have. And so, as long as you keep an open mind, if you come into the experience planning to be miserable, then you'll probably succeed. But if you come into the
yeah,
experience with an open mind and follow the instructions when we tell you how to stay warm, I think everyone's capable of having a good time out there for sure.
awesome. No, yeah, I think that's definitely something down here. Everybody's just a little afraid of the cold. So I think overcoming that barrier is just kind of a big thing. So no, sorry to put you on the spot, but I think if they can see somebody from Florida was able to go up and absolutely fall in love with that kind of winter program, hopefully we can encourage some people here to do the same. So
For
well,
sure.
awesome. And about those mosquitoes, are they really as bad as the legends say? I know I could probably answer that question. My answer would be no. But so people don't get my biased opinion, what do you think?
Um, so it kind of comes and goes like, at various points during the summer. Personally, I haven't really been bothered by the mosquitoes the last few years. I don't know if that's just because I'm used to it. But yeah, I've definitely had summers where I thought the mosquitoes were pretty miserable, and have not really felt that way for a few years now. I think the mosquitoes. Overall are pretty manageable, especially when you're on trail. You spend most of your time during the summer in the canoe. And the nice thing about being in the canoe is that that's not where the mosquitoes are. So
Which is fair. Yeah, being out in that open water, you get that nice breeze and cold water. Oof, I'm actually missing that right now. Oof. Uh, awesome. What are the best methods other than just being in the canoe? Are there like any surefire, mosquito repellent or ways to keep the mosquitoes off you? I know everybody's always kind of hearing about different like home remedies, and what's your best recommendation for keeping mosquitoes away?
sure, for me, honestly think the best way to avoid the mosquitoes is to just dress appropriately, wear long sleeves and long pants. cover the skin, and that'll do wonders to help you out. And then yeah, just a little bit of bug spray like on the exposed bits. Should have a good impact for you.
And just for another shameless plug, do you all sell the bug spray or different types of bug spray at the trading post?
We do. Our trading post has most of the stuff that you'll need to enjoy your trip, and then also a good selection of souvenirs to remember us when you go home.
Well, awesome. Well, I think that's all the questions I have. Unless you have anything else you want to add.
No, nothing I can think of. Like I said, scouting provides lots of amazing opportunities, and it's up to you guys to take advantage of those for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you for talking with us today. For everybody who's watching, we'll make sure to have several links up available on the Facebook page. And you've also probably seen one or two of them scroll by as we've been doing this interview. Definitely check those out. Check out YouTube for some videos. They've been posting some really awesome videos recently and have everything cover and information on paddling, portaging, to gear you need, to just some fun promo videos. So make sure to check those out. And we'll try and have some posted up here soon as well. I'm going to post some of my personal pictures and videos just because it's a lot of fun. Well, thank you again for talking with us today, and hopefully we'll have some people coming your way here soon.
Awesome. Thanks again for having me. We're looking forward to seeing some of your folks this summer and next summer and next winter.
Next winter, yeah, hopefully so. Well, sounds great. Talk to you then.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.